All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming to class. Summer is always a little bit slower. Classes are always a little bit smaller. So I appreciate you even more because you come and you keep me company while we do yoga. So we're going to start seated. And as always, if you want to sit up on a blanket, especially if those knees are up high, or if the knees are high and you want to take a couple blocks underneath them just to help support them. Or finally, if you want to have your legs straight or something that feels better. We're going to work with the strap today and just put a small loop in it, just a small one. And I say that as I didn't do it myself. So we're going to put a loop in our strap. And that loop is going to be maybe kind of hips width apart or hips distance. So, and then set that aside for now. And then find your seat, find the sit bones, find the center of your body. And I've always thought when I say center of the body, I always picture, it's kind of the spine, but the spine going down to the earth and up past the skull of that center line of the body where everything happens, right? All the nerve endings, all the communication within the body starts to line up again. And close the eyes. Maybe you feel the shoulders. Are they equal distance from each other? Can you tell if one is maybe forward more so than the other? And then, if it's okay for you, take the hands and put one hand on top of the other as if you were holding something in the palm of your top hand. And let the thumbs come together. It's a particular mudra. And it's one of my favorites. And I sit this way, especially if I'm in hero pose. So we're just going to kind of see if we can draw in this idea of receiving, right? Of opening ourselves to all of the good things in the world, all the good energy, both bringing it in and releasing it out, palms up. So take a nice deep breath in and then exhale. Breathing it in and exhaling it out. Good. 3 more just like this. And exhaling, receiving all good things. And exhaling. Good. And then open the eyes and let the hands go. And I want to do one more pranayama that I know I don't do a lot of pranayama. I tend to kind of move beyond or past that. But it's very important. And if you have a pranayama or breathing practice of your own, absolutely super important. And what we want to think about is being able to utilize the lungs, right? So the lungs come all the way, they actually start above the collarbone, right? Way at the top here, and they go all the way down to these bottom ribs. And the challenge is to get the air, the oxygen, the nutrients all the way down to the bottoms of the lungs and not just breathe up here in the upper chest. And one of the really cool ways I've played with this with one of the students today is to imagine that you're sipping through a straw. And that sip is 3 times. So you don't exhale in between. You sip up for 1/3, up for another third, and then you sip up for that final third. And it should feel like you're having to work to get that final sip as you draw that oxygen and all the nutrients into those bottom lungs. So we're going to play with this 5 rounds. Go slow. Use your mindfulness here. And if you need to visualize, you can hold like you pretend you're holding a straw up to your mouth, but you don't have to. All right, so here we go. You're going to inhale 1/3, and then a third, and then another third. Pause, and then just exhale. Good. So think of the best tasting, thickest milkshake you can possibly think of. That's what you're sipping up through that straw. Here we go. Breathe in, and again, and again. Pause and exhale. Good. 3 more. Inhale, and again, and again, and exhale. You should be at the very, very edge of your exhale or your inhale as much as you can bring that in. 2 more rounds. Inhale, and again, and again, and exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale, and 2, and 3, and exhale, everybody. And just kind of feel that. So take a regular inhale, regular exhale, and notice. So, second type of pranayama or second round is a little bit different. So, instead of focusing on the inhale, which, by the way, I think is super important, if you've ever had surgery or had a respiratory doctor look at you, they give you one of those machines where you have to breathe in, right? Keep the little balls in a certain line. If you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, email me later. And so that inspiration is super, super important. So now I want to play with a little bit of exhalation by doing a little bit of fire breathing. And I know it's kind of warm already, so we don't do a lot of it in the summer, but it's almost like a cough, right? It's like if you could and feel that contraction. So everybody just put your hand on your belly and right? It's that kind of a contraction. And you inhale, and as you exhale, either through your mouth or through your nose. If you start to get lightheaded, stop doing that. Take some normal breaths because sometimes we can get a little bit lightheaded doing this. So, and it can help sometimes to put one hand on the belly just to feel that. So, nice deep inhale and begin to exhale and and release. Just breathe normal, another full, just normal breath. And sometimes you'll go slower, sometimes you'll go faster, sometimes you wish you had a tissue nearby. All right, here we go. Inhale. Begin your exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Another normal inhale. Again, if you feel a little lightheaded, that's normal. Just take a moment. And if it's really hard to do that through your nose, just do it through the mouth. All right, last set. Here we go. Inhale first. Exhale. Here we go. And release. Woo. Good. One more nice, easy inhale. Even I feel a little lightheaded. And exhale. Good. And then lean back and just change out the legs any way that you can. We've been sitting that way for a little bit. So maybe straighten the legs and circle out the ankles. Woo. And then recross the legs if that's okay for you, but cross them the other way. So cross them in your non-dominant way. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, one hand down, the other arm over, just a bit of a stretch. And from this stretch, I want you to lean the ribs out and then squeeze them in. Yep, so lean them out and squeeze them in. Good, two more, just squeeze out and squeeze in. Good, last one, reach them out and then squeeze them in. Hold that in. Squeeze in through the low belly, take the other arm up, squeeze your beach ball, and come back to center. Exhale, both hands down, roll it out. Inhale up. Exhale, the other hand comes down. We stretch, soften that standing shoulder, right? The one that's helping to support you. Extend through the top arm the best you can, and then squeeze it in and let the ribs reach out. Good. Squeeze in and out. Use your breath, everybody. Right? Pranayama. We want these muscles between the ribs to work. Good. Last one. Squeeze it in and reach it out and then squeeze it in and hold and feel that, right? So almost automatically, I want to engage my belly here to help support this pose. And then take the other arm up if that is appropriate for you. And bring them both up. Exhale, take them down. Good. Shake out the legs. Maybe just a little baby dandasana, right? Maybe a little bit of nice engagement of the core, nice strength through the legs. And then again, change your legs, crisscross again if it's okay for you. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, a very light interlace of the hands. Roll the shoulders back and then just kind of imagine picking your head up, right, off of your shoulders. So just a little length through the back of the neck and twist to one side and center. Twist to the other side. Follow it with your gaze, center and twist and center. Feel your waist. Twist, center, twist, center. Always pause at the middle. Twist and twist. Yep, center, twist, pause, center. Last one. Twist, center. This time I want you to twist to one side and pause. Leave the opposite. So I'm twisting to the right. I'm going to leave my left hand where it is. So whichever way you're twisting, keep that opposite hand. Take the other arm out and reach it behind you. So one hand behind the head, keep that head back. One hand behind your back, maybe reaching for the opposite side waist. Draw the bent elbow back. So bring it back a little bit back. There you go, Betty. And breathe. Whoo, big twist. Come back to center. Release both hands. Whoo. Switch out the legs last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, soft interlace behind you. Twist to the other side. Open up the elbows. Leave that opposite of your twist elbow hand there. Take the other arm behind your back. Boy, that was an explanation, right? Leave your other hand opposite your twist. Thank goodness you all know what I mean and not what I say. Good. And then open up the elbow that's up higher, right? Open it up away from the center line. Take a really deep breath. Good. Release. Take it back to center. Take those hands down and shake it out. We got one more here. So again, switch out the legs if they get cranky at all. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take that first hand down and go for that side bend again. Drop the hip, tone through the belly, even feel the chest lift a little bit. We played with this the other day when we had all kinds of internet problems. So we're going to go here again. I want you to reach over the knee, sweep it across, inhale up. Good. Just one more like that. First, your side bend, and then reach, and then bring it up. Take the other arm up. Release that hand down. Start with an easy side bend. Open the chest, lift the chest, reach over your knee, circle around, take it up. First the side bend, and then a reach, and then a circle. Take both arms up, take them both behind you, grab a hold of something imaginary in front of you and bring it back, bring the elbows in. So if you remember us doing this, if you were here Wednesday or Sunday, probably, we were circling, we were stirring a really thick pot. And here again, it's core work. So I want you to bring it in and circle and lean forward, but go slow. So think about you're like circling, and every bit of this action is coming from your belly, right? So keep the belly engaged and notice. So if I go to the side, I feel the core work, I pull it back, I go to the other side, I lean forward, core work. Good. One more circle this way and switch directions. Go the other way. I know this seems weird, but if you can bring your attention to the core, bring your attention. Do you feel it, Betty? Yeah, right. So if you can stay there and not just kind of willy nilly move, we can get that core working in all these different directions. Good. Last stir, big stir, and then come to center. So keep the elbows in, lean back. Your belly's got to work. Lift your chest, take the arms out. So again, whether your legs are straight or your legs are crossed, right? To hold this position, not only are we working core, but we got the back body muscles going as well. And then sit up really tall. Exhale, take it down. Nice job, everybody. Go ahead and straighten those legs and grab your strap. You're going to take that strap up around just one foot. If I'm mirroring here, I have it around my left foot. If I'm not mirroring, I have it around my right foot, depending on what kind of learner you are, visual or auditory. Good. So same side hand, same side shoulders. Draw that shoulder back. Feel it nice and even. Press that leg down. Breathe. Lift the other leg. I know. I surprised you, didn't I? Good. Breathe. Take the other arm up. So core work and leg work. If you start to cramp up, drop that leg. So I'm pushing my foot against the strap against my foot. I'm trying my best to ground the leg as I lift up and work my core. Good. Release, everybody. Breathe. Stay right where you are. Take that opposite arm up again. Ground the other leg and lift the leg with a strap. Press down through that leg that's on the floor. Breathe. 1, you're here. 2, let go of that strap. 5, 4, you're leaning back a little. You're working core. 3, 2, 1, and let go. It's going to be a warm day, Betty. Switch your strap. Roll the shoulder back. When you roll that shoulder back, you should feel like you're even again in your body. So strap is on your other foot. Ground that leg. Press it down. Pull it back. Resist. Lift the other leg. Yep. Doing the harder one first. Arm goes up. The chest is lifted. Big deep breath, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. You can stay really tall. Lift the other leg. Good. You can lean back a little as long as you're not slouching. We know that, right? So feel the core engage as we lean back. Think boat pose. Good. Release that strap if you want. Oh, hello, legs. And lower everything down. Take that strap out. Set it aside. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see. Bend your knees and dig your heels in. Open up the shoulders. And take the hands behind your thighs. Lift your shoulders, lift your chest, lean back, and do your best to keep the rounding out of the lower back. And just watch that you're not lifting your chin, right? So we move from the chest space, the head stays in alignment. And then if you can, take both hands behind your head. This just got a whole bunch harder, depending on how far back you're leaning. Good. Dig one heel in, take the other leg up. Woo! Say good morning. Good morning, everybody. Lift your chest. The elbows are out to the side. Bend your knee. Drop your heel. Sit up. Ooh, you can even reach forward. You can grab your legs or your feet. Just stretch out the back. All right, side two. Lift up. You can always stay here, by the way. Hands go behind, the chest moves forward. Dig the left heel in, straighten the right leg. Breathe. Try not to let the knees splay out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend, release. Come on forward, stretch it out. Big deep breath. All right, hands behind your thighs, roll the shoulders back, lean back. One leg lifts, the other leg lifts. Let's just see if we can launch. If not, we'll do 1 foot down, 1 foot up. It's all good. It's all good. Good. Breathe. Now, I want you to push your legs into your hands and resist, obviously, right? So isometric work, but this chest stays open. Push. I mean, if I slipped, my leg would go flying. So push into your legs, lift your chest. Chin is level, head is level. You got good alignment here, and let go. All right, we're almost done with this little series. Grab your block. I'll face forward for this one. So when we're working core, when we're working side body, right? When we're trying to get those lungs to expand out, there's all kinds of stuff we can do. Last 2 more here. So last one of these, I want you to lean back. Now, if you struggle with both, leave the feet on the floor, and we're simply going to go side to side, okay? Kind of like that block sideways. So this is where I would start. And just feel what's happening to your side body, right? I can feel all that stuff working, right? As I twist mindfully, right? I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. All right, so come back to center. 1, you're gonna stay there. 2, I find it helpful to cross my ankles and then lift. So I'm pushing my ankles against each other. I've got my block and we're gonna do 10. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Yep. 4. Woo, 5. 6. Good, Betty. 7. 8. 9. Come on. And 10. And let go. Beautiful job, everyone. Woo. See, I know my friend Carrie out there isn't going to be here for the full class, so I'm getting some work for her this morning. All right, and then just grab your block and take it behind you and press it straight back and down to the floor. Don't lift your arms. Press it. I'll turn again sideways so you can see. So just press it straight back. So a lot of times when we lift our arms, the front shoulders will roll forward. And I want to just not let that happen today. So chest is forward, arms are back, head is in alignment, the back shoulder blades squeezing together. Big deep breath and let it go. Good job, everyone. All right, blocks to the front of your mat. Let's get up off our little behinds and get the legs shaken out a little bit. So come on up to table pose. Find your breath. press out through your right leg. If you're using a chair, your hands would be on the chair and you'd have one leg extended out. Lift that leg, breathe. Tone in through the belly. Take that right leg and step it over and look back at it. And then feel the scrunch or feel the stretch of your side body on the right side. Good. And then lift the leg up. If you can, bring your knee to your elbow. So now we're scrunching it. Release it, step over, or just let the leg squeeze over, stretch side body. Bring it back and scrunch. Good. 3 more. Reach it over. Bring it up and scrunch. And 4. Scrunch it up. And 5. Give me a good scrunch, everybody. Good scrunch. Squeeze it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. I'm going to turn it all around. Do the hokey pokey. Where did that song come from anyway? The hokey pokey. Right? Who knows? Who thought of it? I want to know. All right. Back in table pose. Left leg is out. Tune in, tuck in through the pelvis. Lift the leg. And then just step over or let it lean over toward the right. Look back at it if you can. So for me, this side, much tighter, right? I can feel that stretch much more through the side waist, side belly. All right, here we go. Lift up, scrunch up toward your elbow, and then bring it out. Don't overdo it. And scrunch and open and scrunch it and open. Good. This is 4. Scrunch, open, and 5, and open, and we got to hold it, right? So squeeze it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Shake it out. Breathe. And when you're ready, let's go right to downward facing dog. So once you're in down dog, take the feet wide on your mat. And then just shake your hips side to side, soft knees. Make sure the upper body's feeling really good and supported. Breathe. And then inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, let your knees come back to the floor. Walk your hands forward and come to puppy stretch for a moment. Just stretch out that upper body. Your hips and your knees line up. Again, if you are using a chair, you would just come into kind of a standing down dogs to stretch out your chest. Big deep breath. Now, I want you to lift your head so it's back in alignment with your arms. So lift your chest away from the floor. Press into your hands as if you were doing downward facing dog. And then reach the arms long. Engage the upper back. So this is kind of a little prep work for down dog. Harder in my opinion, but we're working with the shoulders. Watch that tension, neck, shoulders, and then walk the hands back to underneath your shoulders. Flip your toes under, lift the knees. Start to press back as if you were in puppy stretch again. What we just did, the head goes between the arms, the hands spread the weight all the way across. I'm reaching, but also engaging that back body. The knees are deeply bent. Find your breath and then begin to straighten the legs. Woo, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those knees, everybody. Whew. I'm going to turn around so I got my blocks where I need them. And then step forward with your right foot. Grab your blocks and take them underneath your hands. And then, maybe you kind of notice how you're feeling upper body, right? How's that upper body feeling? Roll out your shoulders, shake them out. Your front knee and ankle lined up. Your left hand stays on your block The right hand goes to your shoulder, and then it extends up. Right? So why do we do it that way instead of just flying the arm up? Is because sometimes we'll overshoot the shoulder and all that stretches in the shoulder instead of moving from the chest. So breathe, breathe, breathe. 1, you're here. 2, you're going to flip your toes under and lift your knee. Find your breath, everybody. Nice twist here. Optionally, you're taking that hand, reaching it behind your back, and then moving from the center line of your chest to the very tip of your shoulder. That's it. Fire up your back leg. Keep it active. Reach the arm up. Woo. Lower it back down to your block. Lower your knee. And switch sides. Left leg is forward, right foot is back. Your legs are hips width apart. We've got nice engagement here, so we're not just dropping through that lunge, right? Nice strong pose. And when you're ready, the right hand stays where it is. The left hand goes to your shoulder. Right from there, see if you can find that opening in the chest, and then extend the arm up. And breathe, and just feel that sweet little stretch, right? Nice and open here. Optionally, flip your toes under, lift your knee. It's a little harder to do it from that position than if you started with the knee up already. Good, breathe. Nice long tailbone. Internally rotate, take the hand behind you, open the chest. Find your breath. And breathe. Take the arm back up. Let it come back down to your block. Move your blocks out of your way and step back to down dog. Once you're in down dog, spread the weight through your hands, pedal out your feet. Take your feet wide. Hold here. Think how strong and solid you are here. Solid but flexible, strong but flexible. And then try to pull the inner ankles away from each other. Or another way to think about this is to try to press the pinky side of the feet down into your mat, right? Woohoo! Changes a whole lot of things going on in those legs. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Good. Square the feet, bend your knees, take your hands to your knees and lift halfway up. And then take it the rest of the way up. Ooh, and roll it all out. I know, right? It's like little tiny stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, I feel that. I got that. All right, so we're gonna go wide, my darlings. So take your feet wide. You can turn sideways on your mat if you want. If you're near your chair and you want that for support, you would have your hands probably at the back of your chair, right? Just for some support. And I want you to come into a little squat, not a big one, a little one. Scoot those hips back. Start to engage through your side body. Take your hands behind your head. So when we do different things with our arms, we change the dynamic of the body, right? My hands are here, way more stable. My hands are here. I've got to think about this alignment a whole lot more. And then a simple, easy twist to your left, either way, twist to one side, and then center, and then to the right, and center. Good, one more, twist to your left, don't overdo it, center, twist to your right, and center. Take both arms up. If you need a break from this squat, come on out, everybody. Make sure the knees aren't rolling in, press them out. You're gonna take one hand down to your thigh, reach over, and breathe. And then the same thing we did when we were seated, pull this side ribs in, woo, and then let them go out. And pull them in, woo, and let them come out. One more, squeeze them in, and let them come out. and then squeeze them in. See if you can lean to one side. This is a whole bunch of work. Take it center, stand up, take a big deep breath, exhale down. We might as well finish it, right? So take the other hand down, lean over, smile, breathe. All right, here we go. Reach them out, ribs out, and squeeze them in. And reach out. If you're not sure, take your hand there. It's like, woo, yeah. And reach out. Squeeze them in, hold. Take the other arm out. Keep the chest open. The legs are screaming, so I'm taking your mind off the upper body. Come center, stand up. Whew, and let go. Roll it out, roll it out, roll it out. I am passionate about these legs, these hips, these glutes, getting stronger to carry us through the next decade, right? So think about that as you do this and as you go, ugh, right? Nope, it's a good thing. It's a good I'm convincing myself as well as you. And then step your legs together, shake them out. All right, so little bit wider squat, but toes are forward. Belly is toned in. You will figure out where this squat, where this width should be for you. So bend the knees and place your hands on your knees. And then remember what we did in down dog? I want you to try to get the pinky toe side of those feet down. What happens when we do this, right? One of my students Friday, we were playing here a little bit with getting those inner arches of the feet off the floor. So if I'm pretending this push through a strap around the thighs, you don't want to lift the inside of the feet. You want the big toes down, but you want to see if you can get those inner arches to lift up and then spread and plant your toes. Good. That's what I want right there. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift up. Exhale, hands to heart, push into the outer edges of the feet, squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push the knees out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. I told Betty this was going to be an easy class. She was absolutely right. She said, once you get going, you're going to go. Lift and squat. One more. Lift and then squat. Hold here if you can. Take your hands to your knees. Breathe. Lift your chest. Really squeeze in. Grab a hold of that thing. You're going to stir that pot again. So reach. You're not leaning forward. You're just pulling it in and pulling it out. Oh, yeah, baby. Pull. Go the other way. Keep the knees out. Good. Work your core. And why do I feel all of a sudden like the witch in Hansel and Gretel? And come to center and stand up and shake it out. My little pretties. I don't know where that one comes from, but you get the idea. Good. Shake it out, everybody. Shake it out. So how do you do that if you're not able to hold a squat that long, right? Maybe you sit in a chair and you stir the pot, right? As we keep playing right through here and figuring it all out. All right, back to the front of your mat, everybody. Your blocks are there as you'll need them. Take it up. Inhale. Exhale down toward the floor. Soften the knees and step back, right leg. You can take your hands to your blocks. Turn your back foot to the side position. Take your left hand to your left knee. That's your front leg. And push up to warrior. Easy, easy. Warrior, right? Usually pretty okay pose. Good. You're going to take your back hand behind your waist. And you're going to feel that waist, right? And you're going to move it away from that hip a little bit. And then turn the front palm up and reach up. Exalted warrior. Again, with this pose, a lot of folks look up. I don't care for that myself. I look down. I feel like that feels just better on my neck, without the strain, but I'm pushing through my legs. Push, push. And then take that top arm, bend the elbow. Take that forearm down to your thigh. The palm turns up, hold in that mudra of receiving, right? Palm up, intentional. My other hand is still behind my waist. I'm still pushing that waist away from the thigh. And breathe, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to release the back arm. Take it over your ear. Squeeze the heck out of your belly. Release, lift up. And take it up. Whew. I know. Straighten out your feet, right? So stability, stability, flexibility, mobility, right? I don't need to be a pretzel in yoga or in life. I need flexibility, stability, mobility, strength. That's my goal. All right, so from here, it's going to be real simple. Just take your back foot, turn it in slightly, take your front foot and turn it toward that back end of your mat or whichever way you need to go. And then bend the front leg and come back to a warrior on this side. And just kind of check your pose. How is it in your body? Can we keep the center of the knee in line with the center of the foot? And if you feel your hip point, the center point of that hip is right to the center of the knee, right to the center of the foot. And then the back leg is reaching, and I'm actually reaching to the pinky side. I didn't address this on the other side, but the pinky side of that foot to try to lift the inner ankle and the inner arch away from the floor a little bit. Take the arms out. Warrior 2. Remember to not lean into that front hip. Keep some space between the front hip bone and the thigh. And then take the back arm and reach it behind your back. Open up your shoulder, tone your belly. Turn the front hand up and reach up. If you're not sure about looking up or looking down, try it. Or keep it neutral, right? Especially neck stuff. Keep your head neutral. And then breathe and really plant through your feet and feel the beautiful extension and expansion of this pose. You got it. All right, front arm. Keep your back arm where it is. Take your front arm, forearm to thigh. Open up your top shoulder. Yeah, breathe, everybody. Feel that palm is face up. I am willing to receive all good things in my life. Take the back arm, reach it over your ear. Big deep breath. Or as one story went, more please, ask the universe for more positivity, more love, more compassion in your life. Yes, please, more. Breathe. All right, you know what you got to do. Squeeze your belly hard and release that bottom arm. See if you can take them both out to the side. This is super hard. And take it up and straighten your front knee. Turn all your toes forward and come on down. Nice forward fold here. Find your breath. Just shake it out. Try to stay in the middle of your feet. Try to plant the pinky sides of your feet into the ground. Inner arches lift. And then heel toe in, everyone. Heel toe in. Bend the knees enough, hands to knees. And come on up. And roll it out. So scoot your blocks out of the way and grab your strap. So a little different. We've done variations of this before. So you have a loop. And I want you to take the loop, and Betty, just be careful because of the snakes. Take the loop around one foot. And then lay that strap down. You're going to hold the other end and step on the other side. Now be careful because it can get a little slippery. So right now I have the loop around my right foot. I'm stepping on it with my left foot, and I'm hanging on to the strap with my left hand. Good. And then feel the strap, right? So I'm giving it a good tug so that both feet know the strap is there. And then I'm going to push the outer edge of that strap side down into it. So again, working with that lift of the inner arches a little bit. Hang on to this strap, walk your hand down, take the other arm up, and come into a side bend or a really strange, kind of almost like a three-pointed star. So breathe. Yep, watch your backs, everybody, and find that. And then take that top arm up, slide it down your thigh as you come up on your strap as much as it'll go for you. For me, it comes up to my waist. So I'm using it as leverage. I'm pushing down hard on my other foot and then extend out through that arm. Yep. And breathe. And then come on up. Woo. Yeah, I know, right? And then step it in and shake out of that loop or use a wall. Goodness gracious. So my strap got tight, so my foot wouldn't just shake out of it. And go to the other side. So you're going to take it around your foot. You're going to lengthen out the strap so you can step on it. And then you're going to find purchase. How wide you go? Totally up to you, right? You can go shorter and then you get a little more movement on that one side. So just play. It feels good to be, for me to be almost completely wide as I want to go. So once again, I'm going to nail that pinky side on one side. I'm going to nail the pinky side down on the other side. And it's almost like you could widen through the whole inner leg here, right? Does that make sense? So you're going to take not the strap side, but the other side up. And you're going to kind of walk down with that strap and breathe. Plant the feet. If your low back is talking to you at all, you just come up higher. Don't go so side bendy. Breathe, really press through that opposite foot. And then take that arm up, slide it down your leg, and pull on the other side strap. Good. Shoulders are open. Big deep breath. And then take that hand off your leg, optional, and reach it out. Woo, side body work. Take it up. Woo. Let go of the strap. Stay where you are with your feet. Take the arms up. This is 5-pointed star. Good. Feel the outer edges of the feet pressing in. Feel the inner thighs pressing out. The glutes should be active here. And exhale. Carefully step out and off of that strap and undo your foot. And then set your strap aside. Ooh, shake it out, bend your knees. Good, just kind of step a little side to side, shake it all out. Little bit of balance work here. So if you're near a wall, that's always a lovely thing. So I want you to take your feet just a little wide. Your toes can be either straight forward or turned out a little bit. Your hands go to your hips. And lean into one leg slowly until that leg is almost fully weighted. And then lift up the leg and bring it in. Right? So it's balance work slow. And then you're going to lean, you're going to lift the leg, set it out, and step. So the part that's hard, if you're, again, trying to play with this, is the transition, whether it's in or out. If you go too wide, it's really, really weird. It's really hard. So I'm going to lean into the leg. I'm going to get to where I'm pretty much straight up and down, my big toe still touching. And then I'm going to lift and bring it in and step. Harder part, is the lift, the step out, and the drop. All right, got that? Here we go. Lean, get that leg almost straight, pick it up, pick up that leg, bring it in. Maybe you don't step down this time. Maybe you set it back out and drop in. Watch the ankles. Lean over, pick it up, bring it in. Woo, bring it out. I know, you can see me wobbling. And step down. One more, both sides. If you go too wide, you can really be messy with the ankle, so don't go too wide. Lean, lift, woo, squeeze it in, out, set it down. There was no control of the descent on that one. Lean over, pick it up, squeeze it in, yep, squeeze it out, control your descent, drop it down. Good. And take the legs together, shake it out. Hands to hips, mountain pose. Again, maybe near the wall. Squeeze in through the core, peel one foot off and lift the knee. Good, and then level out the hips, right? Find that neutral pelvis. Take the knee out to the side. It gets harder, right? Every time we move the legs out, and then tip your toe. Tip your toe in the water. Lift it up, bring it in, set it down. Same leg, we're gonna do 3 on one side, so we're not changing our stability here. Engage the standing leg. Take the knee up, take it out to the side, dip your toe, lift it up, get in, set it down. We got one left. Bring it up, find your still point. Out, hold, tip your toe, right? It gets harder. Lift it up, bring it in, and set it down. Shake it out. And that was my easy side. Other side, everybody. So dynamic movement, balance with movement, right? Also good for all those little intrinsic muscles. Hands to hips. Here we go. We're in mountain pose, hips, legs active. Press into one foot, lift the other. Level out the hips. You might hang out right here and dip your toe in front of you, right? Take the knee out to the side, dip your toe. Yeah, much harder on this side. Lift up, take it center, woo, and drop it down. Wow, what a difference. All right, here we go. Strong standing leg, lift up. Take it out. Drop your toe. Pick it back up. And come center and down. So I just realized, right, if your hands are on your hips, if you need them out for balance, go ahead and do that. We got one left. Whoop. Here we go. Stand tall. Lift the knee. Take it out. Dip your toe. Pick it back up. Bring it into center. Stand tall and let it go. Woo! Yeah, baby. Nice job, everyone. Shake it out. Come on back to the front of your mat. Take your feet just to the edges of your mat. Try to lift the inner arches and come into a nice forward fold. You can use your blocks here. And even here, right, we want to pay attention to where our spines are, keeping the knees from completely locking out. Keep some softness there. Try to lift the inner arches without lifting your big toes. And then scrunch your toes in, sorry, to feel that lift a little bit more. And then relax the scrunch. Find your breath. Take your hands to the floor. Step back to down dog. And then lower your knees to the floor. Whew. Good. So come on to a seat just for a second. If you can, have your knees bent such that one knee is back, one knee is forward. I've got the sole of one foot resting on the leg or the inner leg of the other foot, just if you can. Your back foot, by the way, depends a lot on your ankle. It's either kind of lower down to the side, big toe side, or it's straight back and you're leaning or you've got the top of the foot to the floor. So check it out from an ankle standpoint and see how it feels. Whichever direction your knees are, plant that hand. Take the arm up. Good, breathe. And then bring the elbow into your side body and squeeze once more. And take it up. Squeeze on purpose. 5 of these. Squeeze and up. This is 4. Squeeze and up. Last one, squeeze, keep your elbow down, take the other arm up. So again, working with that side body work, using our muscle energy, and then release it. Switch sides. No knee pain or minimal knee pain, right? No knee pain here. If you can help it, you can always change how you've got those legs to make that work. So whichever direction the knees are, your hand comes down. Inhale the other arm up. Exhale, squeeze the elbow in and just focus right there. And take it up. Exhale, right? Because you can do the same movement without focus and you will not get the same work. You just won't. I can do this 100 times without any engagement. Good. Last one, squeeze, hold the elbow down, take the other arm up and breathe. And then release. All right. So you're going to come down onto your side. You're going to lay down on your side and you can either use a block or your blanket just for your head so that your head isn't dropping down to the side. Okay, so you're down like this and the knees are bent. You can also use your hand, by the way, your elbow. I actually like that better. It feels like I've got the right height that I need. The knees are together. You're thinking about this side body. I want you to take both legs up. The knees stay down and then release. So this is 5, 4, 3, slow, and 2, and 1. Good. We're going to do 5 more of those. The option is to bring your ear up toward your hip at the same time the legs go. So that's going to be up to you. For that, I'm going to just straighten my arm so my head has some space to move. So I'm going to lift my head and my feet at the same time. Stay on your side body and down. So this is 2. Down. Think about squeezing that waist. 3 and 4 and 5. Hold and release. Take your top leg straight, bottom leg stays bent. Lift it up, keep the toes pointing forward and maybe even down a little bit. And find that squeeze on your waist. This is our last one on this side. Take your top hand and slide it down your leg and see if you can lift your head up kind of along with it. Keep the head neutral, but lifting ear toward shoulder. And squeeze your side body. And lower down. Good job, everybody. You're going to turn over or switch sides. So I think this class was inspired. I did some kayaking yesterday, and I realized that my obliques muscles were not quite where I thought they were because I was sore yesterday. I was really surprised. So, core work. All right, here we go, loves. Bent knees, your head is comfortable, right? So your body is supported, you're on your side, and just lift the legs and see if you can isolate. You can feel it. If you put your hand there, I can anyway, and down, and then squeeze it up, down. This is 3, squeeze, down, 4, and down. Last one, squeeze, hold, and down. So choice 1, 5 more just like that. Choice 2, your head and your feet at the same time. Here we go. Squeeze it up and down. And 2, down. 3, big squeeze, down. Squeeze and down. Good. Pick it up. Squeeze, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Rest for a moment. Take the top leg straight. Lift it up until you feel that side body work again. The toes are pointed forward or slightly down, but keep the hips level. Your top hand slides down the leg, and then optionally, you're going to lift your head to go with it. Squeeze that baby. Woo! 5, 4, 3, reach, 2, 1, and hallelujah, let go. And then roll onto your belly. We're almost done, everybody. We're almost done. Roll onto your belly. Woo, shake out your hips. You can take those feet just a little wider. Pause for a moment. So 1, Sphinx pose, right? You just pop up onto your elbows, tone in through the belly. Nice, really solid Sphinx pose, working with that back. Choice 2, you're going to lower down. You're going to take the hands behind you, pull those shoulders back. Reach the hands not up, but down toward your sit bones. And then take the arms back, chest, shoulder, head up, maybe legs. And breathe. And just feel the work here. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. One more big deep breath. And exhale and let it go. Good. Shake it out. Optionally, again, I know some of you have some knee stuff. Bend one knee. Same side hand, you can reach back, grab that foot, stretch the quad. Release that side, go to the other side, bend the knee. Maybe you reach back and find the foot. And release. And then roll from your belly to your side, to your back. Keep your feet on the floor for now. Just feel your body, right? Feel your shoulders, your chest. Maybe the arms come out to cactus. And then press into your feet, shift your hips to one side, bring the knees up and twist to the other side, finding this nice supine twist. And what I would like for you to do is whichever direction your knees are, the opposite arm, see if you can find a nice little stretch through the chest on that side. Excuse me. So maybe you shift the arm higher, maybe you shift it lower. And you find that nice stretch through the whole upper chest. Head's neutral, neck is neutral. Big deep breath. Goodness gracious. Good. Bring the knees back to the middle, feet to the floor. Your hips come to center and then shift them all the way over to the other side. Your knees come to chest. They release to the opposite side. And once again, just shift that arm somewhere where you feel a nice release of the chest muscles on that side, even into the upper arm. Deep breath. And then bring your knees back to center. Bring your hips back to center. And when you're ready, come into your Shavasana. Once you're in Shavasana, really feel yourself settle down and settle in. Oh, got my throat tickling. And feel the shoulders descend down to the floor. Feel the belly soften, all your good core work today, letting all that go. Feeling the hips settle down and become more level, the legs comfortable. And if you can, the palms are face up. And we come back into that pose of receiving. And we know that it is never one way, right? What we give away, we receive 100-fold. So we feel that giving and receiving. And soften down even more. As you're ready, if you're ready, start to wiggle those toes and deepen your breath. And take just a moment to bring both hands to your heart. And know that you are worthy of receiving. You are worthy of all good things. Take that with you today as you bend your knees, as you release your hands. Rocking those knees side to side until they release to one side or the other. Curling over to fetal pose, planting those seeds, everybody. And then slowly pressing all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow to your own inner gifts and wisdom and that ability to give and receive. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you.